Welcome to myinfonet video tutorials. In this tutorial, we're going to cover how you manage users and their permissions on the myinfonet platform. myinfonet allows you to have as many contributors of content to your website as you want, but you will stay in total control over what is published. The system is fast and simple, and the control system means you'll always know what's happening with your content instantly. It's likely that you're not going to be the only person accessing your myinfonet platform, so you may want to give others the ability to contribute, but you may well want to limit their access by assigning them roles. If enabled, you will see a tab called Users on the menu bar. Click on it, and your list of users will be shown. There are three types of users you could create: an admin, an editor, and lastly, an author. The way the system works is a user will only see what applies to their level of permissions when they log in. We'll add one of each user type now and show you how they work and what each user type will see when they log in. Let's start by adding a new admin user. Click Add User. It's all very straightforward from here. You add the name of the user in here and their email address in the box below. Below the Add Email box from the drop-down menu is where you assign the permissions or role for this user. We're creating an admin, so we'll select this. Give this user a password and click Create. You've now created this user with admin permissions. You can now see this user in the list under the Users tab. Let's show you an example of what this user with an admin permission would see if they log in. An admin can do anything with the myinfonet platform that you can as the owner. So be careful who you give admin permissions to. As you can see, when a user with admin permissions logs in, they see the same platform layout that you do, giving them access to everything. That being to contribute, edit, and make content live, and the ability to change system settings. Now let's add an editor. As before, we'll create a new user, only this time assigning editor permissions when creating them. Again, let's show you an example of what this editor user would see when they log in. An editor can create and edit categories, articles, images, and e-newsletters, and those presented by other editors or authors. They can also make content live. An editor can also send content to other editors to edit. As you can see, when an editor logs in, they see the Categories tab, Articles tab, Images tab, All Articles tab, and the Newsletter tab. An editor basically has the ability to create and edit content, make it live, but without being able to adjust settings. Now, let's add an author. As before, we'll create a new user, only this time assigning author permissions when setting them up. Again, let's show you an example of what this author user would see when they log in. An author can only add articles, therefore they only see the Articles tab. They can only contribute content to the system. They cannot make content live. These three levels of permission for users give you the ability to manage them as you see fit. The myinfonet platform also has a brilliant workflow system built right into it. When an author creates an article, editors automatically receive an email notification, and for an editor it will appear in the Submitted Articles section under the Articles tab, an example of which is shown here. The editor can then take the author's submitted article and do one of several things. They can edit it, send it back to the author, send it to another editor, save it, or simply make it live. When an article submitted has been made live, it'll appear as an approved article to all users under the All Articles tab. Let's see this in practice. Now we're back logged in as an admin or editor under the Articles tab. We can see an author has submitted 2 articles to look at. Clicking on the Submitted Articles link filters the list of articles to show us just these 2 submitted articles. We can then edit the articles and amend them if need be. But in this example, we're happy with the article as it stands, so we'll save it without editing. We're now shown a preview of the article, and we have 2 options: Approve Article or Reject Article. If we reject the article, the system will send it back to the author for amendment. They'll receive an email notification informing them of this. If we approve the article, it can then be published now or when we've set it to do so in the future. The system only allows one person to work on an article at any time, so there's no chance of getting confused. A history of who's done what to a given article is also shown when previewing it. And that's how easy it is to manage users and their permissions.